Okay guys, just gone for my run. It's been a really cool week this week. Been taking things back a step. Leading up to a big ultra race, a distance race like this, it's obviously really important to think about your tapering process, how you're going to reduce your training down, allow your body to recover and refresh itself ahead of race day so you're eager to go. So of course you can write your training programs out, you can really think about reducing that volume down, but at the same time it's all about listening to your body and be responsive with that and being intuitive at the same time. This week I was hoping to have a bit higher of a volume, so I was definitely hoping to put a lot more workload in than I managed to do. But like I said to you, you have to think about your body and be intuitive with it. Definitely started to feel a few little niggles, some sore knees, as you can imagine with all the climbing. So I started to rest up a bit earlier, started to think about what I need, and right now really I'm in the mindset when it comes into an ultra race that it's far better to be that little bit over rested than overworked. If you are going into an ultra race feeling tired, still having these little niggles, these little issues which maybe you've picked up with the hard, intense, long training days that you've had along the way, then of course when it comes to your race day you're not going to get the best performance you're after or feel as fresh or enjoy the experience as much as you want. So leading off these bigger weeks right now, it was definitely the week I needed, and I'm feeling refreshed already, feeling really good. So hoping just to keep the ball rolling now to race day and really thinking about giving my body that reduced volume, giving it that time to rest, recuperate, making sure I'm really starting to bank up as much sleep as I can. Extra nutrients with my food is always a really important aspect for me as well. Make sure I'm eating really healthy, really balanced, and reducing stress. Stress is probably the number one thing that I think a lot of people could benefit from really thinking about, taking a step back from when it comes to racing. If you're thinking about the training loads that you've been doing, that's obviously a lot of stress on your body, but for me as well, I'm trying to balance that with work, with coaching and doing a lot of workload as well at the same time. It can really start to affect you, and you can start to feel like maybe you're a bit sleepless at night, a bit restless. And coming into a race like this, when you're going to be putting your body under the ultimate stress you need to make sure you are sleeping well and you've got handling those stress levels. So like I said, it's been a week this week with less volume, but a few good sessions and quality ones in there. So let's have a look at Strava and see what I got up to. So here we are, here's the week of training. 12 hours of total training this week, so you can see it's a significant jump down from last week. You know, your typical taper you would expect to see maybe jumping down to about 70% of your volume. Perhaps everyone's a little bit different, whatever you're comfortable with. But yeah, this is a bit more than I would like, but it was just the way that things figured out with, like I said, a lot of work, a lot of other kind of stress, and I felt like I needed the rest itself. It's important to remember that the taper process and developing as a runner, you obviously stress yourself with your training, with the workload of your sessions and the intensity there that you're putting on your body. You know, the stress and the rest will eventually make you stronger and make you a better runner. So that's what obviously I'm hoping for up to CCC now. So let's have a look anyway and see what I got up to in the week. So opening up on that Monday, just, you know, a short 7k there, nothing too intense at all. It was just a very easy run, just up the mountain, 7k. Just getting the body out there, getting the blood flowing, and just keeping some sort of momentum going somewhat after that big weekend was really important for me, and definitely a great way to kind of go into Tuesday morning. So Tuesday morning was a good kind of strong, better paced run for me there. So 18 kilometers, just under 500 meters of climbing, but a nice kind of average pace with that climbing, and that all really came from the fast downhill, as you can see here. So nothing too intense, but just letting the body feel that out and enjoying that process was really important on this run, and a great way to kind of get the legs really flowing in the week leading into the next day. So into that Wednesday was just a vertical kilometer route, practicing with the poles, which have been a big element for me leading into this ultra. Really excited to have those with me in the race, can feel the difference that it makes. But it's been really important to practice the process, the technique, making sure I'm really comfortable with those leading into race day. And as well, a big part on these runs has been practicing taking them in and out of my race pack, where I'm going to stash them on the run, which is a really important element, because on race day that's the last thing I want to be doing is fiddling around with poles. Figuring out what I'm going to do with them has been a big important part leading into these training sessions and leading into the race, making sure that I'm really comfortable stowing those poles as I need to. Thursday, so as you can see on Thursday guys, was a rest day. I had planned to run on this day, but purely logistically with workload, it didn't happen, but I was fine with that, really happy. Having that rest day is something that was really great, just to let the body really kind of freshen up from the running, and again, like I said, just really what I needed into this week. And then Friday was a great run, and definitely a really fun way to kind of start getting these last bigger little runs in for the weekend, before obviously I really start kind of tapering things down for the race. So this will be my last full weekend on the mountain, so I wanted to make sure I had some good runs out of this weekend. I've just been enjoying getting those last bits of climbing, those last steadier efforts on the climb as well. Really, like I said, working with the poles, getting comfortable, and my legs just feeling very strong and adapted really well to the level of climb that I've been doing. So I've really been enjoying that aspect too. And the same thing then going into Saturday. So Saturday was a beautiful route. So it was very similar to the day before, dropping down beneath Valletta, but I ran out to this laguna here, which is really a beautiful view to see. You can see a bit of a panoramic picture I took there. Really awesome, incredible view of the mountains here. My camera didn't quite pick up the beauty of this, but some really drastic cliffs on this side of the mountain, but definitely some of the most technical and rocky trails on the mountain at the same time as well. So had to kind of take it a bit easier again with the pace, so you can see it even as slow as 11 minutes per kilometre. But again, 1800 metres of climbing, nearly 1709 metres to be exact. 3.5 hours out there, but just enjoying the time on these mountains while I've still got it. Before that last run that you saw today, guys, there's little bits of snippets I had. So the legs are responding really well to this low week, like I said, getting some good surges into this run. So when I say surges, as I said, it wasn't a fully structured session because I was just trying to be a bit easier on myself this week, make sure I'm feeling good and recovered, but really responding to how the body was feeling on the run. If I felt good, which I did end up feeling pretty good on the run, I had some good efforts which I threw in on some of the hills, some of the downhills, allowing the legs to really pace out, getting that leg speed up. And like I've mentioned before, these trails are really windy, these mountain bike hiking trails, so really good for developing that agility, that mobility, that reaction time on the trails, which is really important, especially for me when I'm going to races. I'm sure for you guys as well, if you do any trail racing or ultra racing, you really want to get into that flow and you start to feel really good, really fast and really strong on the descents. And that's something that running on these rolling up and down, twisty turny, very tight turns on these trails has really done for me. Just allowed me to develop some great agility, some great mobility, and feeling really confident on the changing terrain. And obviously that makes a big difference when it comes to race day. So this has been my week, guys. So like I said, it's been a low volume week, nothing too extreme or big missions out there, but it's been great fun all the same. Still great to get some good elevation in on the week over that 5,000 meter mark. And you can see over the weeks, it's been a great continuous bit of training. So as I said, next week will be again just continuing this kind of taper process, being easier on my body, easier on myself, and let myself recover a bit before the following week, which will be race week. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Really great to have all the fantastic feedback. It really means a lot. It's really supporting me and keeping me motivated for the race. And when you guys are telling me that, some of you anyway, that's inspiring you to get out the door, that really means a lot to me. So keep up the great work yourself, guys. Have some great adventures out there. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're after running coaching, you can always email me, harryrunsuk@gmail.com. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Harry Runs. When the race comes, I'll put some live feeds on there for you guys to check out as well. So you can track the race, track myself, or track any other runs that you're following. But thanks for watching, guys, and happy running.